Hi, Jules Cruise Companion, or Exploring Jordan with Jules, or Retire at 60. Today is the 13th of June 2025, and I am planning to go to Aqaba by Jett bus because Alli's not available, and then he'll bring me back to Amman tomorrow, Saturday the 14th. But overnight, Israel bombed Iran. At about 3:30 in the morning, I got the message. So it will, with Israel escalating again and again and again and again, visitors will not come to our region. This is part of the huge scale that Israel is trying to do, is destabilize the Middle East. Israel can have nuclear bombs, but nobody else can. The hypocrisy of the West will come to an end. But I am going to continue with my day. It doesn't matter that there is wars raging around me. I am going to continue with my day. Israel is not going to stop the world from functioning. So I will call my Uber, contact my Uber and get that organised in the next 20 minutes or so. I have done all of the laundry. I cleaned the house yesterday, so when I come back on Saturday, it will be a beautiful clean house. So this is my overnight trip to Aqaba, and I have my overnight bag packed just there, all ready to go. Come along with me on the adventure. I choose to use Uber because it is a transparent process. I pay by cash, and up to this point, I have not had any issues with any of my Uber rides here in Amman in Jordan. So it's Friday and the streets weren't busy at all, so it only took me about 8 minutes to get here from my house. And normally the Abdali bus station is just crowded with buses coming and going. Apparently that is my bus. I went in, told them I was booked, paid my 10 JD and got my ticket. When I checked last night, there was only 4 seats available on the bus, so it's going to be a full bus, 4 hours to Aqaba. Jett bus is a ticketed system where you show your passport and you are allocated your seat. So this is just a translation on Google Translate of the ticket to Aqaba from Amman. You load your luggage with the assistance of the employees. But if you need to go to the bathroom just across the street in another open car park area where there are other buses, there is a waiting room and a toilet for your convenience. I found my allocated seat and we soon set off to 7th Circle to pick up some more customers on our way from Amman to Aqaba on the Jett bus. There is almost 4 distinct landscapes that you will see as you're driving from Amman to Aqaba. And the first one, of course, is the city or urban landscape. And then you get into a landscape that is, more industrial. And as you go further south, you will see that this is part of the Negev desert. You can see the Wadi Rum desert starting to appear. And then once you have passed the Wadi Rum section, that pure desert section, you will find the mountains that are surrounding the coastline at Aqaba. On your journey to Aqaba on the Jett bus, there is a host that is on the bus, and he will serve you things like tea, coffee, soft drink, water, and some basic snacks. I didn't necessarily require any because I brought my own on this occasion. And there is a toilet on the bus, kind of near where the back door is, down some stairs, but I didn't facilitate myself of this facility. I did not use this facility because, being a bigger person on a small bus, it would be very uncomfortable to use the toilet, but in an emergency situation it is there for you to use. On this occasion there was a young child with the family at the front of the bus, and what the host did was he carried the baby up and down the aisle of the bus while he was serving the customers, giving them tea and coffee to keep the child entertained. And here is the Wadi Rum landscape. You can see a complete and utter change to the type of minerals and sand and mountains, and it's just the most beautiful space when you're coming through that Wadi Rum and heading down towards the mountains near Aqaba. It is helpful when you come to visit Jordan to learn some of the basic greetings, mahaba and assalamu alaikum, and knowing the words for tea and coffee and yes and no. And it's so when you are planning your visit to come here to Jordan, even if you were going to be using the Jett bus, it'll be interesting if you were to learn some of the basic words so you can chat to the locals. So that was a pretty poor piece of cinematography, but what I'm trying to capture here is Rush. That is the occupied territory of Palestine, and that is the city of Rush, which has currently been destroyed by the Houthis, and the port city is now bankrupt. And so I am, along with millions of other, hoping that the occupied territories will be returned to the Palestinians in a very short time. A glimpse there of the Red Sea. This is Jordan's only coastal access. There is a closer glimpse there of Rush, which one day will be renamed back to its original Palestinian name. Jordan is open and ready to welcome visitors at any time, regardless of what is happening in the world.